Let's talk about the United Healthcare CEO situation. I lost my uncle last year, like my father. Basically, I call him Uncle Dad. And part of the issue of what he had, of why he was unable to be here a little longer. Now, he had a serious cancer. There was no question that this was a deadly cancer that was really a lot of times untreatable. But part of his issue was healthcare issue, health insurance issues. There were things where he had to go through different types of procedures to get approved for something else. And we still, to this day, still haven't found out the main thing of why he was losing so much blood. We never found out why he was losing so much blood and to try to stop that. And part of that was mainly that was all to do with the insurances trying to do all this different types of other procedures to confirm or, verify whether or not there's some other stuff that needs to be put in place. Anyway, so I can understand sentiments of some of the people who may talk about how they feel about the CEO. If you had a personal situation, whether it was your own personal experience of dealing with insurance companies, or if it was a family member that you may have lost due to what has occurred with insurance companies, I can understand some of that sentiment. But let me tell you something. Let me put you up on something. There's something that I always talked about, and I even taught my own son. I always talked to my son even when he was younger, and I reminded him again when he was older. You protect your peace. And part of what has happened with a lot of people online, they've spewed these words of they were happy that this man was offed. They were glad this man was offed. They wish more of this was happening. And they spoke those words out into this universe. And they spoke it on a tool that never is going to erase what you stated. It's never going to erase what you said. And maybe a lot of y'all folks who are talking this stuff have never experienced death. You may not have experienced a lot of death in your life to see what occurs when you have folks that you're losing around yourself, and to wish upon or to be gleeful of the fact that somebody else lost their life, and you put that out in this internet, whatever you want to call it, and it's now permanently there. That part of what I was talking about, keeping peace in your life, you have now obliterated that part, because there's a such thing of what we call karma. You may not believe it. If you don't believe it, then hey, this doesn't apply to you. But I'm a true believer of karma. And what you put out there, it definitely can come back. You don't want it to be where all of a sudden you spoke this spell and you lose a loved one because of somebody else doing some vigilante stuff that they felt was just to your loved one, your friend, even yourself. This stuff can come back to you. So speaking with this brashness of, oh man, you know what, this guy deserved it and all this other stuff. Like I said, for folks who have experienced that stuff with family members and themselves, and they've gone through situations with insurance companies, some of that may be justifiable. I don't even condone that part, but some of it may be justifiable if it hit home and it was personal to you. But for you to go out there and for you to spill out these words and how words are so powerful about being happy about someone else's life ending, man, you opened up a whole lot of doors, a whole lot of what they call them cans of worms to bring into your life. And now your peace is not going to be protected. It won't be protected at all. That is the point of protecting your peace, is that you don't bring these entities into your life for no reason. You don't bring these different kind of spirits into your life for no reason. If you felt a certain way, they always say keep it to yourself. But to broadcast this stuff every and anywhere, and now it's permanently fixed, and now it's permanently out here in the universe, and it's for all to see, you have now disrupted your peace. And that is my main thing. I'm not going to speak on the person who possibly did it, this young boy that they captured and all that. I'm not going to speak on that stuff. What I'm speaking on, and I'm speaking directly to men about, it really is for everybody else, but for men about, you protect your peace at all costs. You don't disrupt bringing in unnecessary stuff that now you have to fight with and deal with and battle with this karma, or battle with these different types of thoughts that are ill will, that maybe you shrugged off when months and years pass from now, you shrugged off as if, oh, it was just another event. But those things still stayed in the universe. They're still out there. They're still traveling all around. And it will come back to bite you. You better hope and pray it doesn't, but it will come back to bite you. So protect your peace. Take away the stuff that is the most heinous, most worst thing that could ever happen to a human being, which is losing their life. Take that back as far as you actually broadcasting that stuff. If you have those thoughts, many people may have those thoughts personally. That's what it is. But when you broadcast it and you record it and you're typing this stuff down and you're talking about the loss of a person's life, and you think somehow, some way that there's not going to be any type of possible consequences behind that, and God forbid somebody else in your family or one of your friends experienced somebody else who did something to them because they felt unjust for whatever reason, and it happens every single day. Like I said, most of y'all folks haven't experienced death, and I can tell that based off of the stuff that you're typing and all the stuff you broadcast. You haven't experienced death, and you don't want to experience death. But now you're bringing that closer to you because you wanted to open up your mouth and you wanted to type down and talk about how this was one of the greatest things ever to happen to a person that you don't even know. Come on, man. That's not what you bring into your life at all. Not something that you ever would want to deal with and have to start to have that being processed into your subconscious, where you got to start figuring out why certain things start to happen and unravel in your life, and not realizing that maybe it was attributed to what it was that you said about this particular event. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. Bring positive into your life. Keep your peace at bay. Keep it where you can sleep good at night. Keep it where you can look at your family in the eye and be at peace with that. Keep it where you could go out into this world and be at peace with that. You may think it's insignificant, but it's very significant. That's all I got to say, man. I'll catch up with y'all on the next note. Peace out.